尊敬的普京总统先生，我的老朋友，我很高兴应普京总统的邀请。
President Trump, Mr. President, when you started your war of tariffs against China, the European Union, and all of the other countries basically of the world, I communicated to you that this is exactly what would happen, where other countries would focus more on the relationships that they already have existing with each other and would want to grow those relationships closer. I also communicated to you, Mr. President, that we, the United States of America, are isolated from the rest of the world. There's a disadvantage to that because if those other countries ever turn against us, while there is a distance that they must get, it doesn't mean that they would not be willing to risk it if it absolutely became necessary for the protection of their countries and the treaties that they have with their fellow countries. I want to go on to the next thing, Mr. President. You have here President Putin and the President of China. There they are talking. And China's respect and appreciation is instant from that moment. You can tell on his face that they do have a relationship. You can tell on both of their faces that they acknowledge. And then he goes on to talk about why they have this good relation. He gives credit to Russia on a significant war that was won. He gives them credit that they both, China and Russia together, have sacrificed something. Yet, you are over here in the United States thinking that I'll just throw a tariff around and I'll teach China. I'll just throw a tariff around and I'll teach all of these other countries that they're not going to mess with the USA because it's America first. And then, not only do you badmouth China, so disrespectful, you badmouth the leadership, you badmouth the people, you badmouth the country, and you're doing that with all the countries of the world, including our own neighbors here in North America, of Mexico, on those in South America, and those that are in Canada. So, as the tide will in the future, mark this day that I'm telling you, the 29th of June 2025, as the tide turns against you, remember that it's your fault, not your secretaries, because you didn't hold them in check. Not the Supreme Court. You. Not your representatives or your senators. You will be held accountable by the American people. Because regardless of how smart ass you are, here, television here, or at the United Nations in New York, or a country that is neutral, because you're not doing that inside of China, notice. You're not doing that inside of Russia, notice. So you definitely are not, like you want to say, I'm this hardcore negotiator. No, you're not. You lack the fortitude to be a leader because you're more interested in fame and how you can put gold and that people would give you gold to buy citizenship into the United States. And you're more focused, Mr. President, that anyone who's not white, that doesn't shine bright like you, is less, so you're dehumanizing. Meanwhile, Mr. President, the rest of the world, what's the term that we all learn? Keeps going around, right? And the reason that we keep going is because they're going to keep living their lives and they're going to prepare themselves to economically not have it necessary and not even wanted for an investment from the United States of America.